So out of the three shows on the CW right now, or at least the three superhero shows, The Flash has been struggling the most this season. It's really not been up to par with where Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow has been. But Dead or Alive is definitely a step in the right direction as far as The Flash. The episode has humor, it has action, it has good storytelling, it has all the good elements of a TV episode, and it's very enjoyable. And it was put in a very enjoyable package. So the episode opens with HR imagining himself saving the day, saving Barry and Wally. But in reality, he was just zoning out during a chase in which Wally and Barry cut off this group of drivers with these laser guns and save the day. Wally gets the picture with the cheerleaders, and it's very funny and it's very cool to see Tom Cavanaugh imagining himself saving the day before he snapped out of it, and it was a very cool way to start the episode. And then later on in the episode, we basically figure out there's an interdimensional bounty hunter who's named Gypsy, and she's come to Earth to take HR back to Earth 19. And Cisco challenges her to a duel. And basically, the rules on Earth 19 state that if somebody challenges you to a duel, you must accept, and the duels are to the death, of course. So he was basically challenged this bounty hunter to a duel, Gypsy to a duel for HR to stay there. And so she has the same powers as Cisco, but they're not very evenly matched at all. She totally has an edge on Cisco, but it definitely opens up the door for an awesome fight at the end of the episode between them. And Gypsy was actually a really cool character, and I really think it was cool seeing her dynamic with everybody on the team. And at the end of the episode, basically, Cisco gets into that interdimensional duel with Gypsy, and she in the end saves HR, Cisco in the end saves HR by beating her in the fight, and it's kind of funny because Gypsy and Cisco have this sort of romantic tension the whole episode, but of course Cisco doesn't kill her, and he just sends her away, and she says that Gypsy tells everybody that HR has to stay here because she's going to identify the people on Earth 19 and say that she killed HR here. So it was a very fun episode as far as that main plot with Cisco having to fight this bounty hunter who needed to take HR back to Earth 19 to face trial and to die. And there were some awesome fight scenes and some awesome humor, but this was sort of the secondary plot of this episode with Iris sort of trying to recklessly investigate this arms deal with her brother Wally. It was just a throwaway plot, and Iris, as much as she's center of the Flash, this episode, her plot did not work at all. It was very out of Iris's character. But what made this episode shine, what made Dead or Alive shine, was it was very HR-centric. Everything was revolving around him, because, of course, Gypsy came here to take him back to Earth 19. Cisco had to step in to save him, and you sort of see this awesome bond between HR and Cisco form by the end of the episode. And so between HR being the center of the episode, Gypsy and the Gypsy Cisco dynamic, and the cool introduction of this episode, and I would say the cool fight at the end of the episode, this episode was phenomenal. The only thing I would say that was negative about it was the Iris and Wally drama. So for my final score for the Flash season 3, episode number 4, episode number 11, Dead or Alive, would have to be an 8.5, because this episode was very enjoyable. It was a step in the right direction for the Flash, but of course the secondary plot was throwaway. I hope you've enjoyed this review and recap. Remember to like and subscribe for more. This has been Jonesy from Jonesy TV, signing off.